Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. In this video, we're going to look at how the governor of Rivers State, Simi Fubara, humiliated the Ikwerre Igbo deniers ahead of the Ohanaeze President General election. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, ahead of the January 10, 2025 Ohanaeze President General election, the President General of Ogbakor Ikwerre in Rivers State, Eze Godspower Onuekwa, had stated that the Ikwerre ethnic nationality is not part of the Igbo ethnicity. He said Ikwerre people are from Rivers State and the Niger Delta region of Nigeria, and that the people have their own unique culture and traditions. He said, and I quote, Ogbakor Ikwerre remains the apex body and umbrella body of the Ikwerre people worldwide, who will continue to be loyal to the federal government of Nigeria, and we are not part of Biafra at all. We are peace-loving people and will not want the peaceful disposition to be taken for granted or as a weakness or cowardice. We are calling on the federal government, Rivers State government, the Commissioner of Police in the state, and other security agencies to act swiftly against individuals, no matter how highly they are placed, or a group of persons who include the Ikwerre as part of Biafra with derogatory statement about the Ikwerre people. He went on to say, it is now rumored that the Ohanaeze Ndigbo intends to make an Ikwerre man the President General of his group. However, any person who may decide to accept this offer eventually becomes an enemy to the Ikwerre people, says President General of Ogbakor Ikwerre. Now, eventually, the election took place for the Ohanaeze President General. There was one that was held in Port Harcourt. In that one that was held in Port Harcourt, despite all the noises by the Ogbakor Ikwerre President General, Simi Fubara allowed that one to hold peacefully. That one was held peacefully. No attempt, because Simi Fubara, remember, he is the Chief Security Officer of Rivers State. He allowed that to hold peacefully. Unfortunately, that was not the one that majority of Ohanaeze members participated, even though it produced the favorite. If you are to ask ordinary people on the street, the favorites, that's Barrister Uche Okuku, emerged as the President General of Ohanaeze from Port Harcourt. But the essence of this is that Simi Fubara did not listen to Ogbakor Ikwerre. He allowed that one to hold peaceful. There was no report that police was used to disrupt them. They did their thing. Barrister Okuku emerged. Barrister Okuku, as I've said repeatedly in this channel, was my preferred candidate, in the sense that he is somebody who is an Ikwerre, who has been so proud of his Igbo-ness, who has written tons of articles asserting that Ikwerre is Igbo. Okay, and he has worked with Dimo the late Biafran leader. He has served as Secretary General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo under Nyanwodo's administration as Ohanaeze Ndigbo President General. So he is somebody that things of the Igbos concerns him a lot. He was my preferred candidate, to be frank, but the majority that met in Enugu preferred Mbata over him. That's the story. Now, beyond what Fubara did in Rivers by allowing the Ohanaeze faction that voted in Port Harcourt to do their thing peacefully, when the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, another Ikwerre man, also emerged in Enugu, okay, when the authentic one, because by virtue of the majority of Ohanaeze were there in Enugu, and Southeast governors were there. We may not like the way Southeast governors hijack some of these things, but they were there when John Azuta-Mbata, another Ikwerre man, emerged as the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. And from all indication, he remains the authentic one. He is the one that the whole world will be dealing with, literally. If there is any issue between Igbo and the rest of Nigeria, he is the one that will speak on behalf of the Igbos. I'm talking about John Azuta-Mbata. Now, when he emerged as the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, the first person, the first leader, one of the first leaders outside Southeast to congratulate him was Simi Fubara, his governor. Okay? Simi Fubara was the first to congratulate John Azuta-Mbata over his emergence, which is also another way of humiliating the Ogbakor Ikwerre that was talking about that anybody who is their son who accept to be the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo will now be declared as an enemy of Ikwerre, which is neither here nor there, because there are several Ikwerre sons who wanted to be the President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. And Azuta-Mbata is now the one that had been selected by those who made the choice on January 10. Okay? But what is important is that Simi Fubara did not only allow the one in Port Harcourt to take place, he was the first among this first set of people outside Southeast to congratulate Azuta-Mbata on his emergence as the President General of Ohanaeze, and he urged him to work for ethnic harmony both in Rivers State and in Nigeria to ensure unity of purpose across the country. Now, there's another issue that has been thrown up since the emergence of Azuta-Mbata. Okay, there are some group of people, they say they are going to do a protest against Azuta-Mbata. People from Rivers State who say that Ikwerre, they are talking like the Ogbakor Ikwerre President General, that they are going to lead a nationwide protest. They will protest in Abuja, they will protest in so many other places. But these are childish protests. Doesn't really make any sense. This is because when Ohanaeze was formed in 1976, their forefathers or their elders were there from Ikwerre at the formation of Ohanaeze in 1976. Now, Ohanaeze was formed in 1976, known as the Igbo Forum. It was in 1979 the name changed to Ohanaeze Ndigbo. It was formerly known as Igbo Forum, which was formed 6 years after the Civil War, just for the Igbo-speaking people of Nigeria to encourage themselves, having lost the Civil War. And Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was their patron. Akano Ibiam was the first chairman. That time they were not known as, the title of the leader was not President General, it was Chairman. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was the patron. Now, in the history of Ohanaeze, it had been recorded that River State sons were represented. They were among the founding members of Ohanaeze. They were among the founding members of Ohanaeze, River sons. So those who are, I think, making noises about it today that they want to expand to River, they want to take, they want to form Biafra, they want to take the Badadash, utter rubbish. When Ohanaeze Ndigbo was formed as Igbo Forum in 1976, the foundation members from River State include Senator Francis Ella. So those who are planning to protest should go to the family of Francis Ella in River State to find out whether he was a foundation member of Ohanaeze Ndigbo or not. They should go and check his records, go to his family home in River State and find out whether Senator Francis Ella was a member of Ohanaeze or not. They should go and find out whether Dr. Obiwale, the famous Dr. Obiwale, all of them should know him. They should find out whether he was a foundation member of Ohanaeze Ndigbo or not. Obiwale is a legend in Ikwerre politics. They should go and check. He was the first Ikwerre to have a PhD. So they should go and ask whether he was a foundation member of Ohanaeze or not. They should go and ask whether Eze Godspower was a foundation member or not. This list I'm giving you, these are names of elders of River State who are foundation members of Ohanaeze. Okay, you have Eze Nwonodi, you have Nwuche, you have Aguma. These were people that in the history of Ohanaeze, they were coming from River State. They were coming from River State to attend Ohanaeze meeting monthly in Enugu. Now, their grandchildren are saying that Ikwerre is not part of Igbo. It's not childish. And you see people, elderly people addressing press conference, claiming that Ikwerre is not Igbo. But you know, I have done a video before on this channel where I said that nobody should be begged to be Igbo. I don't believe in the begging anybody to be Igbo. I've said it severally that there's a lot of things going for the Igbos. Igbos are great achievers. Igbos have done so much, both pre-independence and independence, post-independent Nigeria and thereafter. Okay? The Igbos are great achievers. That if you are classified as Igbo, you should even be thanking your God that you belong to this such a noble race. That's basically it. I don't see any other people that you can compare the Igbos with in terms of achievement. Except we talk about the Jews, we talk about the Indians, the Chinese. So given some of these studies that had been done by even non-Africans about the Igbos, comparing them to the Jews, to the Chinese, to the Indians, why should anybody be begged to that he's Igbo? But that's by the way. But what we're saying in this particular report is that the Rivers people, their elders were part of Ohanaeze. Nobody in this age is trying to co-opt them into Ohanaeze. They had been part of it. They accepted their Igbos. That was why their elders, people like Senator Francis Ella, Dr. Obiwale, Eze Nwoluchem, Eze Nwonodi, Nwuche, and Aguma, all these people, they were part of Ohanaeze. Even my favorite candidate in the race, Barrister Okuku, They can't claim that they were not aware when he was Secretary General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo during Nyanwodo's administration. Beside in River State, even in Delta State, you have people who were coming from Delta. Then there was no Delta State. It was in 1976. Was, I don't think they have created Edo State that time. I've forgotten. Maybe I'll get my in 1976. I don't know whether they have created those. Whether they have created they have not created Delta State. I think Delta at that time was still part of Edo State also. Okay, and you know that the premier of Midwestern region was Deniers Osadebe. He's from Anioma. When Ohanaeze was formed in 1976, he was among the foundation members of Ohanaeze. Now, if you see somebody from Delta now, you can tell, it will tell you that Anioma is not Igbo. But Deniers Osadebe, the premier of Midwestern region, was a foundation member of Ohanaeze. And of course, you know that under the rotation of the presidency of Ohanaeze, at a point, Ambassador somebody from Delta State became President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. I remember his name very correctly, but he emerged President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo from Delta State. Okay, you know, under the rotational presidency, Delta State has produced President of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, just as recently Rivers has gotten his turn. Okay, so that's the way it is. And so when you see somebody from Delta, some people, not all, you know, some noisy few from there, they will say that Anioma is not Igbo, but the founding father of the Midwestern region, which now metamorphosed to Edo and Delta, Deniers Osadebe was a foundation member of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Okay. Now, in any case, those who are trying to deny that they are not Igbo, especially the Ikwerre that I'm talking about, that are saying they will lead a protest against the emergence of John Mbata, that John Mbata is dragging them into being Igbo and all that. If Ikwerre cannot convince Asare Dokubo that they are not Igbo, several videos Asare Dokubo has said that yes, Owike is Igbo, Amechi is Igbo, Odili is Igbo. If they cannot convince Asare Dokubo, their next door neighbor, who is now a traditional ruler in his area, if they cannot convince him that they are not Igbo, so what made them think that they can convince somebody in Sokoto, the heartland of Arewa, that they are not Igbo and the person will believe them? Is it not just a waste of time? If you cannot convince Asare Dokubo that you are not Igbo, you are an Ikwerre, you can't convince Asare Dokubo that you are not Igbo, then why are you marching, going on a march to Abuja? You want to go and march in Abuja? You say you want to go to United Nations office in Abuja and march. Go to everywhere and march. They can also go to the villa because Tinubu has also congratulated John Mbata as President General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo. But that's by the way. It's just for you to see how people try to politicize something that don't need to be politicized. After all, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, if you look at it, it's just like it's a non-governmental organization working for a particular interest. In this case, the protection of the interest of Igbo people of Nigeria, both within and outside Nigeria. That's what it is. Now, I don't know what to think about how Simi Fubara handled this Ikwerre Igbo deniers. What do you think? I think he handled it efficiently and effectively. What do you think about this? And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.